What if I told you that one quiet decision made alone in your room could completely change the way you love, think, suffer, and live? Not overnight, not magically, but so deeply that a year from now, you wouldn't even recognize the person you used to be. Before we begin, take a second. If you're someone who wants a stronger mind, deeper love, and a calmer life in a chaotic world, subscribe to this channel and like this video, and I want you to promise me something. Watch this video till the very end, because what you're about to hear doesn't just improve your mindset, it quietly reshapes your love life, your self-respect, and the way people respond to you. Now let me tell you a story. Almost 2,000 years ago, there was a man who ruled the most powerful empire on earth. He commanded armies, decided the fate of nations, and lived surrounded by wealth, danger, and constant pressure. Yet at night, when the palace fell silent, this man did something strange. He didn't write battle plans. He didn't write speeches. He didn't even write for others to read. He wrote to himself. His name was Marcus Aurelius, and what he wrote was never meant to survive him. No audience, no followers, no likes, just thoughts, raw, honest, uncomfortable thoughts about fear, desire, anger, love, loss, and what it really means to live well. Those private notes later became known as meditations, one of the most powerful Stoic texts ever written. Marcus Aurelius believed something radical, that the quality of your life is shaped not by what happens to you, but by what you repeatedly practice in private. And that brings us to today, because Stoicism isn't just a philosophy, it's a way of living. And one of its most overlooked secrets is this: your hobbies shape your soul, not your job, not your status, not even your relationships at first, but the things you choose to do when no one is watching. Marcus Aurelius would tell you that if you choose the right hobby, just one, your life will not be the same. And today we're going to explore exactly that. Not 10 hobbies, not a list. One. But before we name it, we need to understand why hobbies matter so much in Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius lived in a world of constant instability, war, plague, political betrayal. Death followed him everywhere. And yet he remained remarkably calm, grounded, and emotionally disciplined. How? Because he trained his mind daily. Stoics believe the mind is like a muscle. Leave it idle and it weakens. Train it incorrectly and it becomes aggressive or anxious. Train it with intention and it becomes unshakable. Marcus didn't escape life's pain. He faced it head on, but he did so with a mind that was prepared. Now think about modern life. We scroll. We binge. We distract. We numb. Most people's hobbies don't strengthen them. They anesthetize them. Marcus Aurelius would look at our world and say, "You are tired not because you do too much, but because you do too little that actually feeds your soul." So what is the one hobby that changes everything? It's not physical training, important but not enough. It's not reading endlessly, useful but incomplete. It's not meditation alone, powerful but passive. The hobby Marcus Aurelius would urge you to adopt is this: daily reflective writing, not journaling for aesthetics, not posting quotes, not writing to impress, writing to confront yourself. Marcus Aurelius believed that if you don't regularly examine your thoughts, your emotions will control you without your permission. He wrote things like, "Today I escaped anxiety," or "No, I discarded it because it was within me." That single line reveals everything. Marcus didn't wait for life to become calm. He became calm first, and reflective writing was his weapon. Now let's talk about why this one hobby changes your love life in ways you don't expect. Most relationship problems are not relationship problems. They are emotional regulation problems. Jealousy, neediness, anger, fear of abandonment, over-attachment. These emotions don't come from your partner. They come from unexamined thoughts. When you write reflectively every day, something subtle happens. You begin to notice your patterns. You see how easily your mood depends on someone else's attention. You notice how quickly your ego reacts to silence. You see how often you confuse desire with love. Marcus Aurelius warned against being dragged by impressions. Impressions are those instant emotional reactions that feel real but aren't always true. Reflective writing slows them down. And when your reactions slow down, your relationships stabilize. You stop chasing validation. You stop over-explaining. You stop needing constant reassurance. And here's the paradox. The less you need, the more attractive you become. Marcus Aurelius understood this long before modern psychology. He wrote, Never depend on the admiration of others. There is no strength in it. When you write daily, you begin to build an internal sense of worth. You don't look to your partner to complete you. You meet them as a whole person, and that changes everything. But this hobby goes even deeper. Reflective writing teaches you to sit with discomfort. Marcus Aurelius didn't avoid pain. He studied it. He wrote about death. He wrote about betrayal. He wrote about the fear of losing people he loved. Why? Because Stoics believe that what you rehearse in your mind loses its power over you. Most people avoid uncomfortable thoughts. Stoics invite them in on their own terms. When you write about your fears, they stop ambushing you at night. When you write about loss, it stops paralyzing you. When you write about desire, it stops controlling you. This emotional resilience spills into your romantic life. You stop panicking when someone pulls away. You stop spiraling when plans change. You stop interpreting every action as a personal rejection. You become steady. And steadiness is rare. Now imagine two people in a relationship. One reacts emotionally to everything. The other reflects before reacting. Which one do you think creates safety? Marcus Aurelius believed love should be calm, not chaotic. He would say that love isn't proven by intensity, but by consistency of character. Reflective writing trains that character. But let's talk about how this hobby changes you first. When you write daily, you begin to notice how much of your suffering comes from expectations. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it." Writing exposes those estimates. You see how unrealistic they are, how unfair they are to others, how heavy they are on yourself. Slowly you begin to let them go. And when expectations soften, relationships breathe. You stop demanding perfection. You stop testing love. You stop sabotaging happiness out of fear. This is where Stoicism becomes transformative, because Marcus Aurelius didn't teach suppression of emotion. He taught clarity of emotion. Reflective writing doesn't make you cold. It makes you conscious. You still feel deeply, but you choose how to respond. Now let's be honest. This hobby is not glamorous. No one will applaud you for it. No one will know you're doing it. It doesn't give instant dopamine. And that's exactly why it works. Marcus Aurelius believed the most powerful work happens in silence. He wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one." Reflective writing is how you practice being one. Every day you ask yourself, did I act with integrity today? Did I let anger control me? Did I treat others fairly? Did I act out of fear or reason? These questions rewire your behavior over time. And when your behavior changes, your life follows. Your love life becomes healthier because you are healthier. Your friendships deepen because you listen more. Your confidence grows because it's rooted internally. This hobby also teaches you something crucial about control. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself of what was and wasn't within his power. Your thoughts? Within your control. Your actions? Within your control. Other people's feelings? Not fully. Reflective writing reinforces this distinction daily. You stop trying to manage outcomes. You focus on showing up well. And paradoxically, this makes outcomes better. In love, this means you stop manipulating situations. You stop playing games. You become authentic. Authenticity is magnetic, but there's another layer to this hobby that most people miss. Reflective writing builds a relationship with yourself. Marcus Aurelius was alone at the top. No one could fully understand his burdens, so he became his own counselor. Most people today don't know how to be alone with their thoughts. They drown them out with noise. Writing changes that. You learn to sit with yourself without distraction. You learn to hear your own voice clearly. You learn what you actually want, not what you've been told to want. This self-knowledge prevents you from entering relationships out of loneliness rather than alignment. You stop choosing partners to fill a void. You start choosing partners to share a life. That's a massive shift. Marcus Aurelius would say that a person who cannot stand alone will suffer in every relationship. Reflective writing teaches you to stand alone, peacefully. Now let's talk about how to practice this hobby the Stoic way. Marcus didn't write long essays. He wrote short, direct reflections, sometimes a few lines, sometimes a single sentence. The goal was clarity, not volume. He reminded himself of principles. Be patient, be kind, be rational. Accept what you cannot change. You don't need fancy notebooks. You don't need perfect grammar. You need honesty. Write about what upset you today. Write about how you reacted. Write about how you could have reacted better. Over time, you'll notice something incredible. Your emotional reactions soften before they even appear, because the mind remembers what it practices. This is why Marcus Aurelius was calm under pressure. He had already lived those moments in his mind, and this calmness transforms attraction. People feel safe around you. They feel understood. They feel seen. Not because you try to impress them, but because you're present. Now imagine this version of yourself 6 months from now. You don't chase messages. You don't overthink silence. You don't lose yourself in relationships. You enjoy connection without fear. That's not confidence from arrogance. That's confidence from self-mastery. Marcus Aurelius believed self-mastery was the highest form of power. Not power over others, but over yourself. And reflective writing is how you train it. But there's one final reason this hobby changes everything. It prepares you for loss. Marcus Aurelius lost children. He lost friends. He lived with the constant awareness of death. And yet he loved deeply. Stoicism doesn't make you avoid attachment. It teaches you to love without clinging. Reflective writing helps you accept impermanence. You cherish moments without trying to possess them. You love people without trying to own them. This creates mature love. Love based on choice, not fear. Presence, not control. And that kind of love lasts. So when Marcus Aurelius would say, "Pick one hobby," this is what he meant. Not something to escape life. Something to understand it. Reflective writing is quiet, unimpressive, difficult, but it changes how you think, how you love, and how you live. If you commit to this one Stoic practice, your life will not be the same. You'll become calmer in chaos, clearer in love, stronger in loss, and most importantly, you'll become someone who doesn't need the world to be different in order to be at peace. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.